Bonjour, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokatz. Welcome to my meditation room. It's time for our morning meditation, or depending on where you're at around Grandmother Earth, it could be your afternoon or evening meditation. So, welcome, everybody. This is a time of day that we can get together, and I can hopefully help you to be able to be grounded, centered, and protected as you head off into your day or prepare for your evening, right? So today is Wednesday, March 25th. And yeah, it's kind of been another busy day already here. I'm spending time with nurses, telephone calls with nurses and such. So yeah, I'm going to light our sage. The candle on the altar is already lit. And there we go. Get that prepared. There we go. Get our sage lit. One of these days I'm going to do cedar too for you. But before I get going too far, I want to make sure that who wants to be here knows we're ready to roll to get started with the meditation. And so what I'm going to do is send the live stream over to my news feed. And we'll see if we'll let everybody know. It's meditation time. There we go. And I would invite you to also send the live stream over to maybe a friend or a family member, somebody that you would like to share this with, so that they can be grounded as well. We got lots going on, don't we? And so to be able to be in the best place and present in all its fullness, right? And so I'm going to send it over to my news feed. Here we go. And I'm going to send it over to the closed groups for Star Nations. Okay. And gotta make sure I get to the right groups here. Live stream shows in the Academy. There we go. There. And it's a small group of people, but people that I've promised that I would let them know about the shows and the live streams, I should say. And so I'm going to just send it out to a couple of people here. And let's see, I thought, yep, Amy's already here. So I'm not going to send it out to Amy. And there we go. Good. I just want to make sure I catch my sisters too, because, here in Wisconsin, yeah, just about everybody's home. So, and where's Lisa? There's Lisa. And Teresa, Mary. I don't know if Marie's here yet or not, but we'll send it to them too. There we go. Almost done. There. Thanks for waiting. It's just that I promised to do that, and I just want to make sure I keep my promises, right? And so it looks like Jocelyn's in the house already. Hello, Jocelyn. Rob's here. Amy's here. Rob, you always make me laugh. Better than nursing calls with phones. Yes, that's right. We are so blessed to have some really, really good nursing care for both my mom and Paul's mom. Even though they can't come and do their monthly visits and that sort of thing, they're calling and checking in. So that's really nice. Amy says, morning, I'll be back later during my break. Okay. Good one, Amy. Good one. Deborah's here. Hello. Good morning, Deborah. Christina's here. Hello, Christina. Good morning. Rochelle's here. She always says, hello, Neshi. And Stephanie is here. Hello, ladies. Maria's here. Yay. Good morning, Marie. Okay. So just for those people who may wonder, what is this live stream all about? As you're checking in, right? Checking all those live streams that are happening on Facebook these days. Um, this particular live stream was created because I was more than just drawn to be of assistance during this time of the pandemic, right? And lots of people's lives were upended, and normal was no longer normal, right? And everybody is, and to some extent, still trying to find their footing on what is my routine now. And I was doing one of my live stream shows, and I think it was the card draw show, the spiritual roundtable, when I said, it's always good to be grounded to get the information that we're delivering through the cards. And people are still asking me, how do I ground, and asking for, do you have any videos on grounding? And I was also trying to figure out how to best be of service during this time. And everything that I had more logical thoughts behind it were good ideas, but the energy just wasn't coalescing around them, right? And so I was talking with my spiritual team, my spiritual guidance, and I think it was last week Friday. Got to stop for a second. Yeah, last week Friday. It was one of those thunderstruck moments, right? My team says to me, "You're meant to do what you love. Do what you love. Use your gifts. You're telling everybody to apply their gifts. Use yours," right? And so I've been doing guided meditations for people since 1986. You might say I have a little experience in it, right? And so I said, well, we're doing guided meditations all the time. I'm going to help people in the morning get ready for their day. We're going to do the grounding, centering, and protection. So that way, no matter what their day brings to them, the energy that's unfolding for them, they'll be in a good place to be able to take in the information that's meant for them to deal with, right? And so that's how that happened. That first guided meditation that Friday morning was totally impromptu. It was, I had my iPad. The lighting was horrible and the sound wasn't all that good, but we did it, right? And so here we sit this morning in my meditation room. I decided I was going to use the epicenter of my home, which is my meditation room, sometimes known as the medicine room. We are surrounded by drums. We have the altar lit. We have the sage lit. And for some of those people that are in the chat have actually slept in this room during classes and such. And so you guys kind of know what it's like. So that is why we are doing the morning meditations. And I'll be doing these for at least until the middle of April, perhaps until the end of April. By then, I figure that we should kind of know what the new terrain is going to look like or feel like. And if we need to continue, we'll do that too. We'll just have to pause for a moment at that time frame and reassess. Is this still helpful? Is it still needed? And if it is, then I'll continue. And if it's not, we can always shift into something that's more helpful. Okay? All right. So, and the meditation itself doesn't take very long. It's about 15 minutes or so. And we can get prepared for our day together, right? Oh, thank you, Rochelle. She shared it out. Sally's here too. Hello, Sally. Good to have you here. Rob is saying, I have to say, whoever thought of that social isolated computer guy would become the new normal. Right? Yeah, that's the new normal. Yeah. Sally's here. Hello, Sally. And Bree's here. Hello, Bree. It's good to have you here. One of our newest community members here at Star Nations. It's good to have you here. Cindy's here as well. Good to have you here, Cindy. And Mimi, Kate's here. She's one of my sisters. And Marie says, I absolutely love that you're doing this. Well, I'm so glad it's helpful. Really, Marie. I really am. It's my small way of contributing, right? And Cindy says, Deb Morrell is doing this now for empaths. She is. Speaking of which, Cindy, I was asked not too long ago if I would do a class, an online class, about empathic gift and the application of it during challenging times. Because honestly, light workers, energy workers, and especially empaths, we're on the front lines. Even though we might be home, we're on the front line. And if you don't know what that means, that comes from, I take it from the water protectors, right? Those people that stand up and speak their truth about taking care of Grandmother Earth, right? And being on the front line means that you're very active. And as an empath, sometimes we're more introverted. There's those of us that are extroverted. But whether we're out there in the physical world or if we're in our meditation room, if we're in dream time, if you have an active empathic gift, we are helping to transmute a lot of the fear and the panic. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this particular live stream for the grounding, the centering and the protection, so that we can step fully into our gifts in a good way, right? So thank you for sharing that, Cindy. I appreciate it. And I appreciate Deborah. I haven't spoken to Deborah in probably a good year or two, so it's good to know that she's doing that too. Jules is here. Hello, Jules. Oh my goodness, Eddie's here too. Hello, Eddie. He's one of our contributing writers and known Eddie for a long time. It's good to have you in the house, guy. Madonna's here, one of our authors here at Star Nations. Good to have you here, Madonna. Bree says, yay, glad to be here. Yeah, and Cindy says, I feel a calling. I know a lot of people do. A lot of people do, because I really do believe that we are no longer practicing our gifts. We're actually we should have been and will be in full application mode. And so it's really imperative that we are prepared as we possibly can be, right? And so we're going to start the meditation in just a second. I just want to say hi to everybody. I think this is Rob, but I'm not sure. It could be Stephanie. Says, front lines refer to the military fronts where the bullets are flying. Yes, it does. An old term. And Angie's here. Hi, Angie. Annie's here too. Hello, Annie. There's a busy woman right there taking time out to do some self-care. Thank you for being here, Ann. And, oh, he says, this is Rob. Switch to my laptop. Okay. And one of my other sisters, Minnie's here too. And Deanna. Hello, Deanna. Welcome. She says, good morning. Okay. So here's what we're going to be doing for the meditation. It's about grounding, centering, balancing, and protecting. Okay. And so what you want to do is you want to be seated or in a lying down. If you're seated in a chair, okay, you want to make sure that your feet are flat on the floor. Your legs and your arms are uncrossed because you want to be an open circuit, and to have your back as straight as possible. Okay, so that means for those people who are a little bit shorter, you might have to sit a little bit closer to the edge of the chair. You can have some pillows behind you to give you some support. It's not a long meditation, but you want to be comfortable. Okay. If you're seated on the floor, like I am, you want your legs, sit like a little child with your legs straight out. Okay. Yeah. Because you want to be an open circuit. You want your legs and arms uncrossed. Some people don't know what to do with their hands, they say. So you can always put your hands in your lap, either palms down or palms up. Okay. Whichever feels most comfortable to you. You can be on the floor. I'm not going to be showing anything on screen, so you're not going to miss anything. Okay. As long as you can hear my voice, that's all you really need. So you can lie on the floor if you'd like. You can stand if you want to. We're not going to be in such a deep meditation that you'll lose your balance, okay? If you have an issue with your low back, Stephanie is the one who gave us this tip. the first day out. And she says that if you like laying on the floor, you can lay on the floor, but have your legs perpendicular to the wall. So you're kind of like an L shape. Okay. That relieves your low back. Or here's another tip. You can get a chair out next to you and put your calves on the seat of the chair, and your back is on the floor. So you're kind of in a seated position, sort of. So that takes off the stress from your low back. Okay. With that said, I'm going to be asking you to take a deep breath in just a moment. And with that deep breath, you want to fill up your lungs as much as you can. Okay. Some people, this might feel a little strange because we're used to breathing shallow. But you want to fill up your lungs as much as you can. And you're going to hold it at the top of that breath. You're going to hold it just for a moment. And on the exhale, you're going to really blow it out. And what that does is that it helps us to relax, but it also brings our attention to the present moment. Okay? All right. So here we go. Big, deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. Holding it just for a second. And then exhaling. Really blowing it out. Good. And now we're going to do that one more time. Okay? All right. Big, deep breath in. Really filling up your lungs. Holding it just for a second. And then blowing it out. There we go. Good. And now just breathing easy and naturally. And then just closing your eyes for a moment and calling your name to the four directions. Your full name, your birth name, and your married name, if you'd like. If you have a spirit name, calling to yourself in all four directions to bring all of yourself home to you. Okay? In all four directions. Bringing yourself, all aspects of yourself, to the present moment. Gathering and imagine bringing all of you to your heart. Some would say coming home to yourself. Good. Good. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And on the exhale, turning your attention to Grandfather Sky. In Potawatomi, Gamisho Mase Nan. The sun, the moon, the stars. All the planets. The Creator. God, Goddess. The Great Mystery. The Prime Creator. Calling to Grandfather Sky to come to you, and imagining the Creator's blessings flowing down to you, down through your crown chakra, that golden sparkly light of the Creator's blessings, love, coming down through your crown chakra, down through your third eye, through your throat chakra, that golden sparkling light flowing down through your high heart, through your heart chakra, the Creator's blessings flowing down through your solar plexus, flowing down through your sacral, down through your root chakra, that golden sparkling light of the Creator's blessings and love flowing down through your hips, down through your thighs, your knees, down through your calves, that golden sparkling light flowing through your ankles and down into your feet. And with your intention, intending that golden sparkling light of the Creator's blessings, the love, flowing down through your instep on both feet, down into Grandmother Earth, Kokmis Ki Kan, our Grandmother Earth, all the way down to her heart, down to her core, connecting you to Grandmother Earth. And in your imagination, imagine the Creator's light, that golden sparkly light of blessings and love, with a gentle spiral as it flows down through you, clockwise for women, counterclockwise for men. That gentle spiral flowing down through you, down into Grandmother Earth, centering you, balancing you. Connecting you to Grandmother Earth. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, calling to Grandmother Earth. Grandmother, I love you. Telling her how much you love her. I love you. Asking her to please come to you with her blessings and her love. Assisting you, helping you. And in your imagination, imagine her love coming up through your feet. A golden, sparkly light. Green, sparkly light. Grandmother Earth, green, sparkly light. Her love for you and her blessings for you. That green, sparkling light coming up through your feet, past your ankles. That green light coming up through your calves. Grandmother Earth's love and her light coming up through your knees, up through your thighs, through your hips, up through your root chakra, Grandmother Earth's green sparkly light of love, up through your sacral, flowing up to your solar plexus, Grandmother Earth's green sparkly light of love up through your heart chakra, through your high heart, up through your throat chakra, and your third eye, up through your crown chakra, Grandmother Earth's green sparkly light of love flowing through you. And with your intention, sending it all the way up to the sun, to the central sun, connecting you to Grandfather Sky, to the Creator, to the Prime Creator. The connection between heaven and earth. The Divine Father, the Divine Mother, and you, the Divine Child, creating the Holy Trinity right here on earth, filled with love, surrounded by love. Taking a nice, easy, deep breath in, and on the exhale, calling to your spiritual team, asking your full team, your entire team, to come close. And asking those on your spiritual team who assist you with protection to please step forward in all the frequencies that they carry to create the circle of protection around you, 360 degrees. A full circle all the way around you in all the frequencies. Intending that only energies meant for your highest good to be allowed through. And asking your guardian angel to be your bouncer, to double check the energies that are flowing through to ensure that they're for your highest good. And just taking a moment to thank them. And also to ask your full team for any assistance that you may need for today. I'll give you a moment to do that. Good. And thanking your team. And taking a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, coming back to the moment, to your own home, your own room, to our meditation room here. And just taking a moment just to notice your groundedness, being centered and balanced, protected, prepared for your day, for your evening. protection, especially if it's a technique like this, lasts about 12 hours, depending on what you ingest, whether it's food, beverage, music, what you watch. Um, that it lasts about 12 hours, depending on if you're taking in something that's a lower vibration, it will start to weaken the field a little bit sooner than 12 hours. So you'll want to do this meditation or a similar meditation again in 12 hours at the end of your day, before you go to bed or when you wake up, depending on where you're at around the world. And these live streams are all recorded. And so you can use this one in 12 hours, or you can choose one of the ones that we've done since Friday, this past Friday, and use that one. Okay, and if you need assistance, if you don't need assistance, I just encourage you to do your meditation again in 12 hours. So we're ready for the day. Just going to check the chat here. Minnie, my sister Minnie. And Rob is saying, now the time is to learn application. You'll either do it properly or be swept away in the madness. Yeah, I don't know if that's a lyric or what, Rob. But there's some truth to that. That's why we need to be prepared, right? So that you can be in your fullness, in using your gifts and your tools, and being of assistance. Being of assistance to your family, to your community, right? We're prepared. Esperanza's here. Hello, Esperanza. Anne is here too. Hello, Anne. Terry Ruel's here. Hello, Terry. Good to have you here, lady. And Rob is saying, if you started drinking whiskey and listening to Black Sabbath, you'll find it lasting not as long. That's so true. There's truth there. And Deanna says, blessings to you for your guidance. You're welcome, Deanna. Oh, really? Good for you, Rob. He says, not a lyric, my experience. Good. Excellent. And Sally's saying thank you. Well, thank you all for being here this morning and being prepared, right? Taking that step. It's an important step. It's for me, because I've been doing this for a long time. Before I activated my Merkaba back in the early 2000s, and my Merkaba went permanent. I think it was like 2001 or 2002. And even though I have a permanent Merkaba, I still do the meditations. Why? Because it feels good. It does. Because with the Merkaba, you're protected 24 hours every day, all year long. And so that is the preparation for the kind of work that I was doing way back when. As I put it, it's doing the heavy lifting, right? But the meditation that we do is helpful to be prepared, and so that we can really be present. That's what's with the calling of our name at the very beginning. That's a very indigenous, old, ancient, indigenous way of bringing all of you back to the present moment. So many times we'll stay in the past with something, an incident or event, and there's a part of us that's in the past, and then there's many of us that project into the future so far that we're actually stretched. And so when we call to ourselves to bring ourselves home, that we're really more present in the moment where we're most needed right now, right? Well, always, really. So okay, so we're prepared. Thank you for being here. I'm hoping that you can join me this afternoon for my afternoon live stream show called The Spiritual Roundtable. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the same fan page. And today is the Spiritual Roundtable is the weekly show that I do based on the card draw that I do in the morning. And so we get to talk about what Spirit is letting us know for the week and have a spiritual conversation about that. And let me tell you, looking back at the cards that we've had, right, guys? Those people who are with me in the afternoons, the Ascended Masters have been coming up in the cards, oh gosh, at least 6 weeks. At least 6. And And even last week's cards, there was a lot. There was a second card was all about the temptation and being distracted, and not and actually learning how, remembering how to use our discerning, because look at all the information that we've been given over the last few days, weeks, right? So join me at 3 p.m. if you'd like. And tonight is Polly Joe's evening weekly show called Soul Connections, and that's an evening of healing. And she's doing card draws in the second half. So if you'd like to have a mini reading with Polly Joe, that's in the second half of her show. Her show starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So, and if you're looking for assistance with carving out some time to do some healing work for yourself, it's a very powerful evening for that. So join us for that. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, your rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you back here for the meditation time, the guided meditation tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Time. So whatever that figures out for wherever you're at, come and join me in my meditation room, and we'll do another round of grounding, centering, and protecting. Right? All right. Bama Mina. That's Potawatomi for until we see each other again. Love you guys.